Hey, and welcome to whatever. So this is the first problem that we're going to discuss.
We don't have a name.
We don't actually have a name for the podcast. So let's start out with...
I'm Megan.
I'm Debra.
And I'm Lance. And welcome to The Middle. We are Middle Ground Books.
Call it The Middle.
In Emporia. Yeah, we maybe...
Our theme song could be Jimmy Eat World's The Middle.
Yeah,
so
but we
rocks.
don't... But that's...
Copyright.
Stuck in the middle with
No.
And we've got this great song that goes when we press the A button.
It's our built-in theme music that came with this equipment.
It's kind of funky. I like it.
And it's called Funky.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is. So
Aptly
I
named.
am a fan of funk.
So the number one thing for this podcast, number one, we are changing this, and I hope your name is Steve. If it's not, I'm going to feel bad. Steven,
Hi,
Steve.
Steve, maybe?
Hopefully.
Hello, possibly Steve.
I can't find your number anywhere, which is going to make it really difficult to get you this content. The thing we're changing this time, all of our settings are, I think, 5 across the boards for both intakes and outtakes. We just changed Megan's mic setting from a powered mic to an unpowered mic.
It sounds so much cooler.
I do.
You do.
You sound so much.
I think I sound like me, which is not
so
good.
intimate and close.
Yeah. So anyway, names for the podcast. Let's start brainstorming terrible names. Uncle Joe's Barca Lounger, I think, would be a terrible name.
I agree.
There's no Joe in our group. Our members have no Joe, so it would
I know one
not
person
be
named
apropos.
Joe.
No, I'm saying none of us is Joe's.
So maybe it could be Joeless.
I don't have an uncle named Joe. You said
podcast.
Uncle Joe? I don't
The
have an uncle named Joe.
Joeless bunch. Dun, 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 dun. The Joeless bunch. Dun, 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 dun.
Copyright infringement all over the place again.
Pottery Joe would probably A, listen to this, and B, be on our podcast if we wanted him to.
We could invite him. He could be a
But then
special
we wouldn't
guest.
be the Joeless podcast anymore. We would be some other.
We'd be a podcast with Joe.
But he could
Joeless
he could
podcast.
come shoeless and be shoeless Joe.
He doesn't. No, he wears shoes.
Anyway, we're way off the topic. We
but the
wanted
name-
real possible names
Yes.
for our podcast.
I think
think the middle-
The middle is pretty
middle's
good.
a good
And we
thing.
talk about like books and the nerdosphere and the
we
geekosystem.
try to stay in the middle. We try to not side with one side or the other politically. We try to not badmouth anyone or overly praise anyone.
I'll talk shit on anybody right now.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
And we're in Kansas, which is in the middle of the country.
We are.
And so maybe the middle is the name. So congratulations, fans. You helped us decide.
We're
that
in the middle of our house.
We are also in the middle of the house.
The
and
middle.
we are in the middle of several
Of our
drinks
living room.
at this point.
You're in the middle of our group.
So I guess we've come up with a name, our topic and description. We, as a podcast,
We talk about books and bookish things,
and authors, and
which is a bookish thing because authors write
Nerddom
books.
in general.
and for people who are interested in like bookstore, like a lot of people have this kind of cozy fantasy of like the bookstore is the dream job.
You've never owned one yourself, then?
Well, I think working at one, it
it's
might be a little
enjoyable.
different.
It is, but there's a lot more.
That's just part of owning a business, though. It has nothing
Well,
to...
that's with anything. There's a lot more to anything than you originally think.
Oh, my.
I don't know.
No, I mean, because, okay.
There's not a
so
lot
my
more to
other
washing
job-
cars than you
No,
think there is.
well-
Like washing cars, it's pretty much what you think.
Okay.
But I'm just talking with any job, really.
I'm
Though, 'cause
saying that it's more being an entrepreneur and a small business owner than the nature of the business. It's a lot of details and things that you don't know till you get started.
And then you're like, oh, no, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm afraid.
And one of the things we don't know right now is podcasting.
Woohoo!
So we're trying to learn.
We are trying to learn podcasting, and we are perhaps failing miserably.
Of course.
This is very possible.
But we are moving in a direction, and come along for the journey. It might be great.
Or it'll be a dumpster fire.
It's
Who knows?
It's easier to steer a moving car.
Yes. And so,
As always, Debbie, you're so wise.
and so
No, that's one of his sayings.
So description, we talk about books, bookishness, the geekosphere, the nerdosphere, the geekosystem.
There we go.
Bookish things, potentially bookstore-ish type things for people who it
into
really
books.
it's a good life. It is a great life to work at a bookstore.
Well, I clearly love books. I work in both a library and a bookstore. So
How many books do you think we have in our house?
Well,
too many.
We
I'm
did
just kidding.
have
That's not a thing.
2,200 when we moved here, or in that
You
neighborhood.
counted?
Well,
Yeah.
I tried to catalog them because librarian.
Well, that was a joint project.
Well, yes. But,
So we have fewer than 2,200 now.
You think?
but it's still a lot.
I brought home 3 more books like 2 days ago.
They breed like rabbits. Like you leave them
It's
alone
amazing. They
in a dark
multiply.
room, like bang.
How does that keep happening?
We
to
keep
us?
collecting them.
It's something about maybe our house.
It's haunted.
Yeah.
Like every time
Books
we turn
keep
around.
showing up. Turn around like, more books. No.
No, it's my fault.
It's
I
like
keep bringing them
zucchini.
home. They're like stray kittens.
You think I don't? You think I don't
You're
bring them
bringing home stray kittens too?
Well, I mean, I would, but I'm not allowed. We already have 3 cats. That's too many.
Yes. If you are allergic, I'm sorry you cannot visit our house. But you can see us at the bookstore because
We don't have cats.
we're so sad.
We can't have cats.
And we have more books there.
we
and
have
they,
food, though. That's good.
They also go out a lot. But
What go out?
our books, like the books don't stay. The books keep
They
rolling.
rotate.
the idea.
It's true. And every
People
time
buy
you
them.
come in, there's new ones.
Yes. And so going back to like the purpose for our podcast, this is like, so someone can tell that I listen to a how to start your own podcast.
Did you?
I really did. I
What did you
researched,
learn?
You
like,
have knowledge I don't.
I-
I don't
What
know
did you
I'm
learn?
doing
I
at all.
learned that we should have a name. I learned that we
The
should have a
middle?
description. And I learned that we should know why we're doing it. And it shouldn't be to get famous or to get rich because that's stupid.
Neither of us,
I don't really.
none of us want expecting to get famous or rich.
I don't
I would
want
be
to be famous.
perfectly-
I feel that it's
If,
bad
if
for
I
people
wanted to be
psychologically.
famous or rich and I'm being a librarian / bookstore owner, I'm doing so many wrong things.
Yeah, and I'm a teacher. Teachers are very world famous.
Sure.
But anyway, so our purpose, I don't know that we expect a lot of, like, I don't know who's going to listen to us, but
Other
if you
book nerds.
potentially, I think the main thing, like the sage whose YouTube I watched to learn about.
The sage, but not the sage of Emporia because he's no longer with us.
Yes, he's dead. And that would be
William Allen White.
That was his name.
well,
the
that
Sage of
was
Emporia.
that was what people called William Allen White. And if you don't know who
Even
William Allen
though
White is,
he would
yeah,
go
So-
on the tour of his home, and you'll learn interesting things
Very interesting.
about the little pond behind his house.
So we're going to keep plowing ahead and saying that you can use it to like get leads or to draw business or the other things.
We just like to yap about books
We just like to talk to each other and drink drinks.
and yap
And-
about books.
And so this is part of how we maintain our
Yes, yap.
conversation with one another, because this is really the first time we've talked to each other today for the main part. And
yeah.
also for everyone who is not with us in Emporia, this is a way we can hopefully converse with you. I don't honestly know if we have comments in like podcasts and stuff. Can you guys comment? If there are
People
comments,
can leave reviews.
oh, if you can like comment somewhere, just say, hey, we can comment somewhere. And
So the video you watched about how to podcast didn't include that.
I only watched one. I only like this wasn't
Did your
deep.
research. Where's your backwards hat, sir? You need a backwards hat.
So
Inside joke.
so the inside joke, we were at
No, we can't talk about that.
Shh.
What if he listens? Shh.
You're right.
You never know who listens.
If you come and meet me at the store, I'll tell you the story.
There.
There was a thing.
We'll include you in the inside joke
There
if you
was
come
a
to the store and
thing.
talk to Lance.
Yeah, you can come and
Anyway, you
someone
did research.
who really did not do research beyond like
Claimed
watching.
he did research.
Stop.
YouTube
Okay,
video.
we need to like excise this portion of the podcast.
We're not going to publish this, Debbie.
We're not.
no.
No,
Highly
this is
unlikely.
not publishable stuff.
What? This is quality discussion happening.
I think that when perhaps Steve listens to this, and I'm going to call him perhaps
We think
Steve.
you're
Perhaps Steve.
Could be Steve.
Possibly Steve.
Could be not Steve.
Hi, not Steve. We appreciate you, whatever your name
I
is.
think he's probably going to say, well, I think you should limit your alcohol intake.
Wise advice, Steve.
Like Steve would
I
say.
am on my third glass of wine, but that's
Oh, no.
That's okay. It's better than
She hasn't mentioned cabbages.
I am
so we're
not
good.
intoxicated.
So we have our name for our podcast. We
middle.
have a description, like of what we do.
yap about books.
And
I
we
don't
have
like the word yap. Can
I
we
like
choose
it.
some? No, we're
Yapping.
not dogs. Arf, arf, arf. No, I'm
and
not
we
a
have
yapper.
a purpose, which is that we're doing this largely for fun and to have a conversation.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, we're keeping this family friendly.
She's the.
So, moving on to the book direction of this little
yes.
majestic
What book did you
thing.
want to discuss? Disgust.
Oh, my. We do need to limit our alcohol intake.
There are so many books that I have not read, and every day someone comes into the store. I used to think I was reasonably well read and that I had read a number of
so
things.
many books. You can't be well read. And well read according to who?
So I had someone
which
ask
list?
me this last week, do you have the book Clown in a Cornfield?
Are you serious?
We did.
We-
have
What
the
now?
second one.
We do.
What now?
Yeah, Clown in a Cornfield.
What's
yeah.
Clown
It's
in
a
a
horror. It's a horror
Oh.
YA
Oh.
novel, and we've had both Clown in a Cornfield 1, 2, and 3. I
Yeah.
don't know that we have all 3 in stock right now, but
No,
we have at least
only
one of the
we only
trilogy
have.
in stock.
I think it's only the second, which of course makes sense that we would only have the one you can't start with and you can't finish with.
Frequently is that way that we don't have volume 1 of a series because people come in and buy it, and if we're not aware,
that it's been purchased.
And I felt a little bit like an idiot because I mean, and this is a friend who came in and he said, "Do you have Clown in a Cornfield?" And I'm like, I really doubt it. And then yes, we do. Actually, I didn't know that was a thing. It just
Yes.
got a rated R movie
Oh, so we should
is
restock
that
that.
why people were requesting?
Yes.
for a
That's
but for a
frequently the
YA
case.
book.
Yeah, I mean it's a young adult horror novel.
So, okay, I had a family come in, would have been Tuesday, and the mother specifically asked me if I knew how to find out if there was some kind of like online rating system to tell about what was in YA books.
yes.
And I was like, well, I know that there's the Kirkus review and they talk about what's in books. And she said, we talked about one other one, but she said that they were a bit too conservative for her taste and would poo-poo things that she thought were okay.
What one did she bring up?
She didn't, I can't remember.
There is one that talks about it. They just tell you straight up what's in it. And
Okay.
then you can decide.
Okay.
Blanking on the name
is
right
that
now.
Kirkus or who?
It's not Kirkus. It's a website.
There are several of those.
Yeah.
But they like talk about
But what
children's
is-
books, and they will talk
that's-
about, they just literally just tell you, okay, this is the level of sexual content. This is the level of swear words. This is the level of, like, it just tells you.
And what is that website? I found
don't know it
one.
right now
I
off the top
found
of my
one
head.
and suggested it to her, and she said that she had already tried that one and it was too conservative for her choice.
I will think on that and get back to you.
but
Because
yeah,
I know it, but I don't know it right
because
now.
she had a teenage son and a elementary school girl, and the elementary school girl, as is often the case, is very precocious in her reading
Yeah.
and wants to read YA books, but they're
This-
not necessarily appropriate if you're
Right.
like
This
10.
site has both parent reviews and kid reviews
Okay.
of the books.
Okay.
And they talk about, so that is something interesting. I'm blanking on the name of it right now.
That's okay.
But I will get back to you on that.
All right.
Just
Well,
remind
we're
me of
going to
it,
move
please.
on.
Because YA books can be a very mixed bag.
It's a very wide range.
Yeah.
Because, so middle
And now
grade.
they have the, what is it, new adult
Yes, new adult. So
as
like,
opposed to the old adult.
I guess I'm an old adult now. And I'm good with that. There's pumpkin in the food bowl. Yeah, I noticed.
So Megan has to take a little break because a crocheted pumpkin has fallen into the cat's bowl.
And the cat
As-
is distressed.
Sometimes happens. So we are at 15 minutes and 55
And we've
seconds.
literally talked about nothing.
And
this
we
time.
are working on talking about new adult as opposed to old adult.
Okay, I will get into it if you want.
Yes, let's get into it.
I don't know that I've heard of new adult.
So there's
Not nude adult.
not nude. No. There could be nudity though.
in the new adult, in the new adult, there
Yes,
could be nudity,
there could be nudity.
but not in young adult.
It'd be very minimal and not very descriptive. So middle grade books tends to go to like 8th grade. That's like, that 3rd through 5th, and it could be then from like 6th to 8th is like those middle grade, middle school kind of age novels. Young adult is then like up from 8th grade, like the teen,
High school, early college,
Yeah.
kind of.
So far as early college?
I guess.
I mean, you're still a teenager when you go to college.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, and Harry Potter was a YA phenomenon that saw like...
But it started as
it
middle
started
grade.
as a middle grade,
Yeah.
and it grew up with him as he grew up.
Yeah. I am of the age that like I grew up with the books as they came out. I aged along with them. That's a whole we can talk about that. But so new adult is like the step above young adult. So it's like your later teens, early 20s. That's the new
Which
adult
is
stuff.
what I would consider young adult, but I guess it's all shifting down, just like how like the things you used to do in first grade are now in kindergarten. Anyway,
So I think
we're trying to
new
grow
adult,
kids up too fast.
Yeah. The new adult stuff tends to be, it has a little more adult content. So it could have some spicy stuff, as they say. On
And like
Book
bills,
Talk.
like you have the gas bill, and like you
Right,
have to
like
figure
being
out
an
your
adult, yeah.
insurance premium, and you have to make
know.
sure
It's
you've got
hard.
the garbage at the curb on Tuesday by 7, and
Sure. Yeah, it could. I think it just means the content might not be
there's
appropriate. If
violence,
there's
it's more graphic.
Yes, or if there's sexual content, it's more explicit.
graphic.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the difference.
So
so just throwing a couple out here. So we read Ocean at the End of the Lane by someone who used to be someone's favorite author, but is no longer, Neil Gaiman, and there's some sexual content in that book. There's some other things. It was pitched as a kid's book, right?
The author described it as so most of the book is told from the perspective of like a child.
sure.
So, but that was a YA book, or wasn't a YA book?
The author described it as for anyone who has ever been 7. That's it. So it's kind of left up to your discretion. Like the sexual content is very brief, and it's also from the perspective of a child. But then when you think back about it as an adult, does that make sense? Because that's what the whole book is. He's an adult, but he's like thinking back to his childhood.
So is Ocean at the End of the Lane a new adult, or...
I wouldn't put it in as a children's anything. It'd be just a general fiction.
general fiction?
General fiction or
Fantasy.
fantasy novel. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, probably
speculative
fantastic.
fiction or magical realism. Magical realism is probably more what it
So,
would
but
be.
it would be considered adult then.
Yes, because I feel like if you read it as a child, it's different because
Like, I tried to read Pride and Prejudice as I don't remember if I was a teenager or an early 20, and I was like, why is this a great book? But then I read it when I was like late 30s, maybe early 40s, and I was like, this is a great book.
that's what I meant about rereading. Like I read that in high school too, and was like, it's okay. But then I read it as an adult, and I was like, I love this.
Right.
So
So Elvin by Hennon. Have you guys...
I think
No,
we
you told us about
started
it, though.
or maybe
Yeah.
you told us. About
Okay,
it.
so that won't work.
I guess I think
Dungeon Crawler Carl. So is Dungeon Crawler Carl, is that new adult or just
no.
only adult, or is
It's
it...
an adult. It's very adult.
I would not recommend anyone under like
Well, new adult isn't for kids anymore.
No,
right?
new adult is for like
20s.
19 and up. Maybe I don't know.
So is because but YA is like everything. Like YA is like because that includes fantasy, that includes romance.
Oh, you mean
that
genre-wise?
Yeah. In terms of
Yeah,
young adult.
YA there's a YA fantasy, there's YA.
YA just means more
romance.
of an age description
It's the age.
It just gloms onto everything.
Well, I mean, it's like with a children's chapter book. There's fantasy, there's fiction, there's sci-fi, there's all kinds of genres within that, but
it's an age specification and genres are within it.
Mm-hmm. It's more geared towards like what the content is going to be to kind of give an idea of like the age is geared towards
Well, and also the level of difficulty
of reading.
Yeah, like with the vocabulary or with the
Yes. But
or is it a marketing distinction? I mean, to be flat.
And honestly, that could be it too. I mean, there are very popular series that I'm not going to talk about specifics, but there was this very, very, very popular fantasy series that started out marketed towards young adults, but very quickly has become adult. Because you get about halfway through the series and there's a lot more adult content. So
are we talking about the Speed Racer?
No, but the earlier books could easily be classified as YA, but the later books definitely would be new adult or adult.
Which makes sense if the character is growing up.
Yes, which they are. So that makes it challenging. But I think I could talk about how the whole YA thing, there's a lot of adults that read YA.
For sure.
Which is fine. I'm an adult who has also read YA. That
especially old adults want to feel young.
No, it's more that I could get into the why, but it probably varies.
I think it's because there's less drama.
No,
less.
You don't think?
Oh my!
Young adult novel's going to have more.
Lots of drama. They're frequently like coming of age stories.
Yeah,
and I enjoyed those, but at a certain point, now I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
To me, like I read them now, and I'm like, it's just a trope, and it's just another coming of age, and
there's a point where you like strongly identify with that,
right?
And then there's a point where
I'm
like,
past that.
All right,
yeah,
let's
it's just it's another one. Yeah.
But I think from a marketing perspective, like I've talked about, like with YA, I've looked at things that it's like it seems like they try to shoehorn in certain factors to appeal to a young adult audience. Like they try to force in a romance when there doesn't necessarily need to be a romance.
Right.
But because it's like it's a young adult book, there has to be a romance at some point. You know what I mean? But does there? You know?
Well, frequently that is the point in life when people have their first love or their first romance.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you have to in every story.
But it's funny because like I've talked to some kid, like working as a librarian or even in the bookstore thing, like people who like, I want something that doesn't have a romance.
Just give me a good story.
That's so much harder to find a young adult book that's appropriate for that age, but doesn't have a romance. It is hard to find, because a lot of authors.
I've got this book on tree molds.
They feel pressured to put a romance in it, even if there isn't much romance in it.
But I would have to say, when I was that age, like high school, every book I loved had some kind of romance.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a reason they want it to be there, but then there are those kids who don't. They're not interested. They want something.
For sure.
They don't want a romance.
So I'm going to throw a shtick in for our next podcast that we're going to talk about, and that is we are in the Midlands here. We are in Kansas, and the book market is, frankly, a market. It is driven by market pressures. You can pick up Snyder's Save the Cat, and he will tell you how to write a screenplay that is commercially viable. And if you do these things, you're commercially viable. And if you do not, well, you can forget about it. So
nobody will pick up your...
And so I am reasonably certain the same thing holds true for books.
Oh,
that
I'm sure.
This is the checklist. This is the bingo to be able to get published. I read a delightful book by one of our local authors. Actually, I read it at the same time as Murakami's book, and I liked it better than Murakami's book. It was kind of a cozy fantasy, if you can imagine that.
There are lots of those now.
it wasn't like it was, there's a lot going on, like, but there was enough going on. There's a little bit of mystery, some,
Intrigue.
yeah, and some good things happening. But in terms of a commercially viable, nation to nation, like bestseller type book, yeah, probably not. Because he doesn't tick the boxes. He doesn't follow the formula. Because it's not the only way media is given to us as United States consumers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like those publishers or like the movie producers, like they want a formula that's proven, that's worked before, because it's like a surefire thing. Like they know that this is what people have responded to in the past. Let's stick with this. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they're just gonna keep doing that.
But that's for next time. We'll talk more about that.
People get bored of it. Other people, including me.
We'll talk about that next time. But for this time, we're going to finish up with the time we've got left, which is about 2 minutes. But so YA is kind of an odd duck. So when we talk about books, otherwise we've got general fiction, we've got horror, mystery, thriller. We've got different kind of separations that are a little bit nebulous, and there's a lot of crossover between them. Sure. But YA is just kind of this agglomeration.
Well, it has all of those genres within it. It's just targeted toward a certain audience.
A younger demographic.
And it seems to me that it's almost as meaningless to say these books are for people who are under 5 feet. Because, like, if you say it's a YA book, so there's some value judgments in there, because there are, like, we've had people who come in the store that, my 7-year-old has just finished The Hobbit. But
The Hobbit is geared more to children than The Fellowship and the trilogy.
Or my 11-year-old just finished Brothers Karamazov, or
I've never heard that one.
Well, there are kids that are so.
Yeah, they have an advanced reading level. So the YA and the children's distinction is more about content than reading level. It's more about content than reading level.
Whether it's okay for the age.
Yes.
And that's a value judgment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And that's hard because that varies.
It depends on the family's values and the child, and that's not something for us to judge.
Right.
Or for the publishers to judge, honestly.
Right. That's for the parent.
So I think as a genre, doesn't YA become just problematic because the publishers are making that decision?
It's not a genre. It's
a
problem.
Content. It's more it's an
content.
Age.
Yeah. It's an age thing. Just like,
Well, okay, because I know a lot of the YA books are not that different in reading level than some of those even middle grade. The reading level is really not that different. It's the content.
For sure.
Like a book that's considered middle grade that's geared towards a middle schooler versus the one that's YA. The YA was probably going to have maybe a little more sexual content, a little more like romance focus.
Okay, but so
maybe more violent.
So
violent.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is not a children's book.
Reading level wise, no.
Because it's a read aloud.
Yeah,
it's
you
to
read
to
your
children.
Yeah, your child is not going to read this by themselves.
And that's true of a lot of picture books too, like the vocabulary and so on that's in them. It's meant for adults to read to a child.
And
the
that's
Little
why you
Prince.
need librarians and booksellers to help you navigate this nebulous
little
of
self-aggrandizement there.
What? No.
I think it's very much a personal decision.
Yeah, but I think librarians and booksellers can help advise.
Of course.
Like I've had people ask me before, like, okay, so my kid, is maybe like 2nd or 3rd grade and they like Harry Potter, like they're interested in Harry Potter, but they're going to want to read all the books at once. Is that advisable?
No.
So like they want to know.
The subject matter changes.
Right.
Yeah. If you let them read one a year.
That's the thing. And that's what
it's your birthday now, so here you go. You can have the next one.
That's usually what I tell them. Like, okay, so I grew up along with these books. Like, so I was about the age of these characters as the books were coming out. So like they didn't come out all at once. Aging myself. So like I grew up alongside these characters. So like as the books came out, they weren't released all at once. I didn't binge them, you know? Like you read the whole series all in one go. I didn't get to do that. So I got to grow up. My maturity matured along with the characters and the content of the books. So it's different.
At the same time, we were reading all of those books aloud to our children. So our children were much younger than that, but we were reading them together. And so if there were any things that came up that were
talk about
too grown for their age,
Sure.
we would discuss with them and you know,
Which is
address any
excellent.
questions that they had. Or
That's amazing.
So there's a difference between reading aloud as a family and just giving it to a kid and let them reading it. It's
Yes.
like the same thing as
yes.
co-watching a television show or just giving your child an iPhone when they're 8 and letting them watch whatever.
Yes.
100% that would not be
agree.
advisable. It would be better to, you know, co-watch and discuss your family's values.
Talk about things, yeah.
Be an actual parent. Sorry.
Yeah.
Debbie is getting spicy.
Sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I am a teacher.
Yeah,
so
ding. So there's a flag on the field.
I did it.
No, but I'm not disagreeing.
There's a difference between just handing a book to a child and sharing it together as a family.
And talking and discussing things, yeah.
And that goes with everything.
Because if they'll undoubtedly have questions about things, you need to talk about it.
Right.
It was, yeah. Whereas like handing them a tablet and just be like, unfiltered access to the internet, go. Versus watching a thing together and talking about it. Yeah. It's a big difference.
All right, so we are well over time, and perhaps
how we do.
Stephen will be able to trim this down into something that is useful and worthwhile, or otherwise, he will at least know how our levels sound, how we sound, and what we are probably doing wrong.
Undoubtedly doing wrong.
Until next time.
We'll meet you in the middle.
Hey, I'm Lance from Middle Ground Books. You've been listening to Middle Ground Books After Hours with Debra, Megan, and me. Frankly, you might deserve a medal for that action. Come see us at the store at 606 Commercial Street in Emporia. The store is a little like an introvert's fever dream. You're always welcome, and we'll always be glad to see you. Middle Ground Books After Hours is produced and remotely engineered by Cosmic Atom Sound Studios, producing the vision and making a sound. Cosmic Atom Sound Studios. Let's come together and build something new. Many thanks for hanging out with us this time, and until next time, we'll meet you in the middle.